So this is the first super warm day and I'm out checking my pond. It's gonna get chilly again, but it got to 63 degrees today. Oh my gosh! And these are just goldfish. They're not koi fish. So I have this giant goldfish that I've had for, I don't even know, maybe 6 years. And I had other ones, but they all died. There was a problem with the air pump and they all died except him, and he survived, and he was alone for quite a while because I had to do a pond repair. So last summer I bought a bag of cheapo feeder fish. I got 20 fish for $5 from the pet store. Those are the ones that they feed to turtles and snakes and stuff, and usually most of them don't survive, but I didn't realize how lonely he was, or she, and as soon as they got in the pond, they all started swimming together, and it was the cutest thing on the planet. And these little guys right now, they are so cute. They don't eat all winter, and all you have to do is, I don't know if you can see because there's debris in the way, but if you see the bubbles there, all you have to do in the winter is do a cheap aquarium air pump, which I can show you in a second. You have to pump oxygen under the ice because the buildup of gas and the lack of oxygen is what kills them. It's got to be deep enough, at least 18 inches deep, and they go to the bottom and they don't freeze to death. But if they die, it's because of the lack of oxygen. But they are so big. They are 3 times the size of when I bought them. If you want, you can go back and look at other videos that I have on my TikTok. I might post this on YouTube also, but oh my God, did you see that little one? This little guy right here, he's got a piece of food in his mouth and he's swimming around and he's not letting it go. The food is a little bit big, but once it sits in the water for a minute, it softens up, and I'm so excited. Wait, are there 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's still 9. They all survived the winter. I'm so excited. I'm also excited to plant this out. Now, my yard looks crazy because it's winter, so nothing's green yet. There's all these seed pods from this tree that I have. So I'm going to rake all that jazz up, and I'm going to clean up all the leaves here. Daffodils are coming up, and I'm going to put some more rocks and do some landscaping. But if you've ever thought about getting a pond, do it. You can make a pond out of anything. In fact, this thing over here, this giant planter, you can use that as a pond. You can either do it on your deck or your patio, or you could dig it in ground. It doesn't matter. And they don't really need much. And let me show you the air pump. Oops, which was covered just to protect it from rain. But it's just this simple aquarium pump. And they cost about $10. I run clear tubing into it, and now you can see the bubbles even better from this angle, but that's all they need until the warm weather. And then when the warm weather comes, you're going to want to get some kind of a filter, and they sell filters that are pretty reasonably priced. I don't know, maybe 30 bucks you could get one, 20 something dollars. And you just have to clean it out regularly, or there's lots of videos on how to make your own filters, and that helps because algae builds up. So what I'm going to do when the weather is much warmer and I take the netting, and these are Dollar Tree poles because leaves weigh down the netting and the fish could get tangled, so I just put a few Dollar Tree broom poles over it, and that did the trick. But I'm going to take most of the water out of this. I'm going to water my plants with it because it is nutrient dense water. And then I'm going to put my filter in, and that will be the bubbler. So I don't need the oxygen thing, but I will have the oxygen thing. I plug them into 2 different outlets just in case one thing fails, so that they have oxygen, and the filter will do its trick and keep the algae down because the fish don't really eat that, especially if you're feeding them. But look how cute. I love them. I still need a name for the big fish, which I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. No idea what it is, but it is a survivor. It was a little wonky. The other fish had died because they were void of oxygen and they suffocated, and that was my fault. I put too many plants in, and apparently plants deplete the dissolved oxygen rather than add oxygen to the water. So there's another little tidbit of information on what to do with ponds. But I need a name for this guy. He's a survivor. I feel like maybe he's a guy. I don't know. I don't know what he is, but he needs a name, a generic name, and I would love suggestions. So leave me a comment and I will choose a name from someone's suggestion, because clearly I can't do it myself. Within the past 6 years, he hasn't been named. And then I'll try to identify the other fish and name them, but one step at a time. But yeah, I guess they're ready to eat. That's so cool. And he's not, I didn't know fish could get lonely. I feel so bad, but he's not alone anymore, and he'll never be alone again. So that's cool.